So guys, we told you that the drama that took place last year when Okorocha's son-in-law, Uche Nwosu, was apprehended in church. It was just a kind of a, to lay the foundation down. You know, Governor Uzodinma said he's going to name the sponsors or the people behind the attacks and unrest in Imo State. And of course, we know quite alright that we know those he's going to mention. I think that drama was just to, like, let us just lay that foundation. So in case we start mentioning them, nobody's going to tell us, nobody will be surprised. But I don't think he's going to get it right. Before he could even tell the world, since he has announced it now, that the people behind this unrest in South, especially in Imo State, he made mention of Okorocha and his son-in-law. But before he did that, those ones had already accused him of the one behind all of those atrocities being committed in the state. Well, Senator Rochas Okorocha, the former governor of Imo State, and his son-in-law, Chief Uche Nwosu, have been named as sponsors of kidnapping and banditry in the state by the Imo State government. You never finish. The question now is that since he's not telling us, what does he want the Nigerian people to do, or what does he want Imo Light to do, to go and arrest them? I don't understand these people. The other day, the governor of Lagos State was telling Lagosians that he was going to name and shame those who are causing traffic, especially that Apapa Aziz. Why are you naming them? You are being put in place. You are the custodian of whatever, chief security officer of the DC. You are just telling Nigerians so that Nigerians will do what? I don't understand these people. Are these guys normal? I don't understand. You know the people behind this. Instead of you to get them arrested, you are telling us cock and bull stories. You said you invited Uche Nwosu, according to Governor Uzodinma. You invited Uche Nwosu and he didn't come. And that day you went to do all this abracadabra. That same day he was released. So what is the noise all about? You want to name and shame? These guys, something is wrong with them. Oh. Something is really wrong with them. When he meets with Imo stakeholders at, that is Uzodinma, today, Tuesday, January 4th, 2022, incumbent governor Hope Uzodinma promised to name those responsible for the state insecurity. However, the administration announced in a statement signed by Chief Press Secretary, Media Advisor to the Governor, Oguwike Nwachukwu, that Okorocha and Nwosu have been implicated by suspects currently in detention ahead of the meeting scheduled for 12 p.m. at Government House, Owerri. For the avoidance of doubt, Okorocha and Nwosu have been specifically mentioned by suspects who are in the custody of security agents as being sponsors of kidnapping and banditry in Imo State, using their relationship with former ex-militants to perpetrate the crimes. Rather than clear their names, they appear bent on using both overt and covert means to blackmail the police high command, which legitimately arrested Uche Nwosu. They are also actively seeking to dent the image of the fine security officers attached to the governor of Imo State. The statement issued on Monday and made available to News Express via email said, "Plot by those believed to be fueling insecurity, particularly kidnapping, banditry, arson, and cannibalism in Imo State ahead of January 4th, 2022. Imo stakeholders meeting got ahead on Monday with false news of the alleged arrest of the security officers attached to Governor Hope Uzodinma. Governor Uzodinma, it is believed, will use the stakeholders meeting to expose the identities of those behind insecurity and other forms of criminality in Imo State. This has prompted Imo citizens to become more curious to discover the identities of those undermining their peace and property." Thus, the current media frenzy by both Rochas Okorocha and Uche Nwosu appears to be strengthening the notion of their culpability. So discredits the government and undermine the peace which the governor has achieved so far, as was evident in the large number of Imo people who came back home from around the world for Christmas and New Year festivities. The duo have resorted to publishing falsehood yet again about security officers in the state government house. Their claim of the arrest and detention of a certain Shaba, whom they falsely alleged to be the CSOs to the Imo State governor is strange, as the governor's CSO is known by the name of Shaba, both officially and otherwise. In addition, no security officer in the governor's security team was either arrested or is currently unaccounted for. As such, the entire story can best be described as poorly scripted fabrication aimed at misleading the unsuspecting public. For the avoidance of that, Okorocha and Nwosu have been specifically mentioned by suspects who are in the custody of security agents as being sponsors of kidnapping and banditry in Imo State, using their relationship with former ex-militants to perpetrate the crimes. Rather than clear their names, they appear bent on using both overt and covert means uh, to blackmail the police high command, which legitimately arrested Uche Nwosu. They also actively seeking to dent the image of the fine security officers attached to the governor of Imo State. The public must be informed that the entire report is false and a failed attempt to frustrate the Imo stakeholders meeting taking place on Tuesday. The mass of Imo people, who are undoubtedly peaceful and fun-loving, are enjoined to discountenance of serial falsehood that continue to churn out the embattled duo. The focus and direction of the governor Uzodinma-led government, it must be emphasized, will continue to be out of well-being of the people of the Imo State, no matter what it takes. Now, I don't understand though. Are we let me just even say, are these guys normal? Because if we are to say, are we all normal? It's like we have not seen anything wrong with what they are doing. But for the fact that we are seeing the wrong things they are doing, that's why we are asking the questions. Are these guys okay? You say you know these people, then let them be arrested. So investigation has not been done all this while. Now that they have been known, then arrest them. If you are sure, arrest them. Why you now you have told the people, I don't know, so that Nigerians or the Imolites will not be going to their house and be begging them, please, oh, stop all this or what? I don't get it. Well, stupid governments and stupid man, you want to implicate all those who will score to your second term ambition so that people will hate them, Abby. That is not the issue. They should get them arrested if he's sure of what he's saying. He should not be telling us. We should just be hearing that these guys are behind bar. I think the present Imo State government lack focus. Time will tell. That means it is no more IPOB or ESN. You see, he should have said so before desecrating the church. My take is that the governor is using state apparatus to war against his political enemies, and that is it. I don't totally believe this. Uzodinma also sponsor crisis in Imo State as a way to implicate IPOB and ESN, bringing federal might against them. Okay, that's another thing. But you now brought this thing. You say hyper by the one. Oh God, these guys are not normal, honestly. Are they not APC? Why would they be destroying their Oga government? It is more than politics. The governor and his rivals probably know something else. Lie, it is Supreme Court governor that is sponsoring the people. So guys, let's say your opinion. I'm tired for these people.